Hut 1, 1896.
Wairua pai madi de, wairua pai madi de, wairua pai madi de, di de ho. Atua pai madi de, atua pai madi de, atua pai madi de, di de ho.
1896. Kia ora. Big hikoi, eh? Coming down here. Long way from the sacred maunga. So pretty. But the whānau are hippo. First we lose the land, then the big sickness. No good where we're living, or swamp, and no land to grow things. Try to live off the tuna and what the Pākehā leaves behind. But everyone keeps getting sick, and Te Puea comes along and kicks our asses. We need to get ourselves together, she says. Need to get some money and buy the land back that the Pākehā stole. We know he stole it, but no good feeling sorry for ourselves. Need to buy some back. One day we'll get too. I was one of her orphans, 'cause Fire and Papa died from the sickness. Toko, she says, you are a strong boy. You need to go work for the Pākehā and earn some money. You earn the money, you keep just enough to live, and the rest you send back. Ai koka. So, I joined the shearing gang, lots of Ngāti Parau in the gang, and they come down here to Waipanamu because of the sheep down here. And then I met this bloke from England, and he says they're mining the black stuff over on the coast, and you get more money doing that, so I come with him. Crossing those manga, pretty scary. I end up in this funny place. I'm the only Māori here, but that's alright. On the ground everyone's black. Coal's the colour there, so I get used to going under. I feel like Maui playing tricks on Hine Nui Te Po. It's lonely sometimes, but I have these people in my head. I have Te Puea in my head. It's duty. These fellas have the union. They just got the union. Us fellas always have the union, but now the Pākehā get smart and learn the union. We all join up. They say the Pākehā have boss and worker, and they're different. The workers are against the boss. We think Pākehā are Pākehā, but Pākehā see it different. I wonder what Te Puea thinks. The people talking about their union call themselves socialists. I try and think the Māori for socialists, and I decide Papuri is the word. All the people together. They're the ones saying we're all the same, no matter the colour of our skin, and the bosses are different. What they think Te Puea's a boss, kaore. Bosses keep the money for themselves. Te Puea's not like that. She says the money's for everyone. They use the coal we dig out for the big steamships. Strong things, those steamships. In the mine they have these big chimneys, and they light the fire in the chimney and it tracks the air up. Kau toia ki runga. So we can breathe. This other gas they call coal damp, and it can explode. It happened down on the road at the place called Rana. Many of the men died. He maha nā tangata. I mate. It was sad seeing the whānau. They look like us. That Brunner mine happened because Kihu told that Thomas Brunner about it when he brought him down here. Kihu has whakapapa with Rangi's missus. That's how I know the story. This is where I am, in my little whare with my union ticket, and I learn the land around here. Sometimes we go panning on our day off, up the creek, get some flakes, get some dust, catch a weka. Tānei mahuta is strong down here. Boy, it can rain. Ka nui te ua. Rangi Nui is pretty weepy down here. I will write to Te Puea and see if she can send me a wāhine.
End of Hut 1. Hut 2, 1913. When the union's inspiration through the workers' blood has run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. But what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? But our union makes us strong.
Ah, it's a funny old place, New Zealand. And Blackball's even funnier. They're always on the move in this country, and things fall apart a lot. And it rains so much, the mine floods. It floods everything. Mud pours in, things break down. Then the ships come in. They come in when they feel like it, and they can't cross the bar. So the wagons pile up, and there's no use in digging any more coal because there's no wagons to put it in. So we play about a bit. We go walking in the bush, go climb a mountain. The place is surrounded by mountains. Pan for gold, catch a pig, catch a bloody wild pig. They'll go on strike at the drop of a hat, the drop of a flaming hat. They tried to bring in a dock watch, but nobody wanted that. So out we go. And then they arrested the leaders of the Miners' Federation in Wellington, where they were having a proper old barney on the waterfront. So we went on strike over that. But the Brunner boys, they kept working, so we had a bit of a walk down there and a bit of a talk to them. Yeah, we had a bit of a talk to them and they stopped. They stopped working. Eventually we go back to work, but it starts raining again. So we have to stop again. Oh man, what a funny old place. Clean out the pit and start again. Then a rock falls on Harry's back, poor bugger. So we have to take another day off to bury him and console his missus. And she's got 3 little kids too. Ugh. They reckon there might be another war, a big war. And most of the miners are not interested in being conscripted. Pat Hickey comes down. And he got everybody going, spoke for an hour. Boy, can that man talk. No one's asking me to kill a fellow worker, he says. It's all capitalist bullshit. Nationalism, all bullshit. I don't know what to think. You can get lost in the bush sometimes, and there's so much of it, and all of it's unexplored. I got sick of mining for a while, so I went on the road, walked to Christchurch. I got that bug, you see, that moving bug. Took me a while to get there, but on the way I stayed with a few hermits. They treated me well, they're keen to have a chat like. And I was never without a feed. In Christchurch I went working on some farms, getting in the crops. Did a bit of that at home. Different here though. No class system. A wet man's a wet man. Except, the company's still run by the toffs in England. But locally, the manager seems same as a worker. I got restless at home, so I came here for a bit of an adventure. Yeah, and I'm not disappointed. Too busy moving around to worry about much. Except seeing Harry's dead body, all broken up. His dead body, his lifeless body. I thought to myself, I haven't lived yet, so I don't want to die. And as Pat says, why kill a fellow worker? Just because he's bloody German, so what? What have I got against him? He's got a mother like me. Let the toffs fight it out if they've got a grievance. That's what Pat said. Revolvers at 30 paces. 3, 2, 1, off you go, lads. Kill each other if you want. And as workers, we'll watch you, and we'll have a good laugh. Anyway, I came back to Blackball, and it's still raining. I suppose I'll stay here now for a while. I'll try to get my brother out, though. And if he can join me here, then at least we'll have some proper company. Yeah, it's a funny old country, all right. Not really formed yet. All wooden buildings. They could fall down if you poke them too hard. And they burn down at the drop of a match. No, it's not settled yet, but I quite like that. There's a Maori bloke living in the hut next to me. He's been here for a while. He looks at you different, from a different place, a long way away somehow. But he's good. Gave pie, he says to me. He cooked up some whacker he'd caught. Not bad at all. As I said, there's a sort of freedom here, a great freedom. The rain washes things away, all the old things.
In our hands there is a power greater than the hoarded gold, greater than the mighty atom magnified 1,000-fold. We can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old, for our union makes us strong. End of Hut 2. Hut 3, 1922. Now hoist a scarlet banner high, beneath its folds we'll live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors sneer, we'll keep the red flag flying here.
Workers of the world unite. You only have your chains to lose. They're the words. Look at Russia. They were the words. Bill and Annie gave us the socialist education about the worker and society and all that stuff. And the thing is, it's scientific. That's what Marx did. He worked out where the value comes from, where profit comes from, which is just value past the maintenance of machinery and plant and the subsistence of the worker, so that the worker works a certain number of hours to pay for those things, and the other hours he works is for the capitalist profit. That's the only place that added value can come from. Once you realise that, the rest is obvious. The workers and their families should have that extra value, not the rich shareholder. So, what has to happen? Is it the workers that have to take over the means of production? It's obvious once you look at it scientifically. That's why the ruling class preach God to us, so we remain mystified. So, we all have the vision, like in Russia or the United Soviet Socialist Republics. That's the land of hope. Annie's got the kids studying as well. You're the future, she says to them. They get together this little paper and sell it at the pitches every Saturday night. And they're in contact with other kids all around the world. You'll usher in a new era where no one's exploited, she says to us, from each according to their ability, to each according to their need. Common sense, isn't it? And then you don't need money. Don't need the state then. But the capitalists fight back, of course. So when the workers have had the revolution, you have to keep struggling, because there are those elements in society trying to take things back to what they were. And we all know how vicious the bosses can be when their authorities challenged. Bill's got some stories from the US, which makes your hair stand on end. And you get something good happening in one country, the capitalists in the next country try and destroy it. So you need a worldwide revolution so everyone can live in harmony logically. It's scientific, you see, not befuddled by religion or nationalism or any of those things. And the thing is, there should be hope here in New Zealand, because there's plenty of space. It should be possible here. So over here on the coast, we can start a revolution and then take it to the rest of the country. That's the party's line. It's easier to start here because the union's strong, and it's not like the cities where you have the toffs and the institutions and the vested interests. And here we know solidarity. Here, you have to trust your fellow workers, otherwise the roof falls in. I haven't even talked about the role of the party. The party's made up of conscious workers. Those who know the score can lead from the front. Lead from within, you see. And those workers discuss all the issues and come up with what they think, which becomes what the party thinks, and once that's decided, everyone has to stick by it. Of course, the union has a role to play, especially if the comrades who are advanced thinkers can influence the rest of them so they can take the correct line on things. Then the union becomes a real power amongst the proletariat. It's good if the party can get hold of the president and the secretary role, because then the agenda can be a proper one, not something half-assed. It's good to have the vision when you're tramping to the mine and it's pissing down. The vision keeps you going. The vision keeps a smile on your face. A better world's possible, and we're bringing it in with our hearts and minds. There's some who don't believe. Always get them. Got them in Russia. But they'll get tossed aside. On the personal level, I'm getting married soon. Just have to build the house first. Got the land. I don't want to be in a company house. They've got you then. If they own your house, they can kick you out in the strike light. It'd be better if the state built houses, but that's not happening. No. Betty's a staunch lass. She's coming over here from Wales. I knew her when I was a little kid. She's giving up a lot to come over here. Family. And she's close to her family. But we'll have our own kids and have our own family then. We're going to be alright. We're going to get the bastards. We'll take over the means of production. You wait and see. A new world is coming.
Good. End of Hut 3. Hut 4, 1931. There's a bright side somewhere. There's a bright side somewhere. Ain't gonna rest until I find it. Over on the bright side somewhere. People got a good job somewhere. Got a lot of good friends somewhere. Got a little cottage, got a little family. Over on the bright side somewhere.
It's hard when things turn to shit. Like everything. The whole country, the whole world, the economic system, the political system, the life here in town, your hopes, your dreams, all shit. And what do? What are they calling it? The depression. Run on the banks. Panic. Collapse. Here the company wants to downsize. Lay off half the workforce and the union says no. Give everyone a few hours instead. Is that the solution? Well, we all voted and the majority said yes. So we went on strike. Gone on for a while, but there's no support from the other workers because they've got their own problems. So there's no money coming in from anywhere. And sure, the shops have to give us a bit of credit, but for how long? People are just buggering off or going bush. The farmers have lost a few cows in the middle of the night. Meanwhile, I'm in love. I've never been in love before. Not properly. Vera, she's a farmer's daughter. It's a bit stupid falling in love with a farmer's daughter. Cockies and minders don't really get along. They think we're the bottom of the heap. But she's in love as well. And she'll run away if we have to. Like in a picture. Bit romantic. But I'm broke. And we're on strike. That kicks the romance in the bum, don't it? I'm all a mess in my feelings, if you know what I mean. And when you're in love, those other feelings start getting pretty strong. Don't want to name them, but you know what I mean. Well, we did get carried away once or twice, and now she thinks she's pregnant. Bloody hell. I don't fancy facing up to her old man. And then Bill starts his tribute mine. He gets some of us together and says, I've done a deal with the company, lads. Hold on, Bill. You're a communist. I'm a realist, he says. Co-ops are socialism in action. Different objective circumstances. The strike's hopeless. Look, Ron, do you want to marry that lass? How's that going to happen if you're broke? This depression's not going to be over tomorrow, or the next day. This capitalist crisis could last years, and there'll be some making money out of it. Always are. You're going to waste the best years of your life, Ron, starving to bloody death in your single man's hut. They'll say we're scabs, Bill. Who cares? Let them say what they want. So you're in then, Ron. Have to think about it, Bill. Don't take too long. There are other fish in the ocean, you know that. So, a bloody dilemma. To be a scab, that's what they'll call us. All hell will break loose. Scab. My kids will be called scabs. Vera won't mind. She doesn't know politics. But will she live here then if she's hissed and booed because she married a scab? But if I don't go with Bill, it's all bloody hopeless anyway. I don't know who to talk to. Some are saying Bill's got sore because of some battle in the union and he lost to McLagan. Is this just part of a power struggle? They say there's been power struggles in Russia, mock trials, people killed. I can't think about all this. It makes my head sore. He wants my answer by tomorrow. And then the thought of lying in bed with Vera brings tears to my eyes. Maybe that's what I need to trust. Just be a husband and earn a living for my family, no matter what. Solidarity forever. My bloody head's splitting open. I need a beer, but I can't afford one. Maybe I can put it on tick. Oh God, I don't know which way to turn. I feel like slitting my bloody throat. And the thing is, why? Why does all this shit have to happen? Why can't we just produce enough for everyone to live peacefully? Don't need rich and poor or any of that. Just something sensible. So I can marry Vera, we can have our kids and go to work every day. And the same everywhere in the world. I mean, it shouldn't be so bloody hard.
End of Hut 4. Hut 5, 1936.
He honori, he kororia ki te atua, he maungarongo ki te whenua, he whakaaro pai ki ngā tangata katoa. Hanga i te atua, he ngākau hou, ki roto ki tēnā o mātou. Whakatongia tō wairua tapu, i roto i tēnei ātarangi. Āmene. My sister wants me to join a rātana. She's living up north with her tāne, and they're going with rātana. She says rātana will put Māori on the right path. We need to get rid of those old gods and just have the faith. She says the rātana's gone to see Mickey Savage and giving him what for. Rātana took in a potato, a broken watch, a feather and a hay tiki. Savage looks at them and doesn't know what to think. So Rātana tells him, the potato is the land taken from the Māori, the tiki is the mana, the feather is the people, and the broken watch is the treaty. You looking after the workers, he says to Savage, you better look after the Māori as well. We're workers as well. We're more than workers. You fix these things and I'll get the people to always vote for you, says Rātana. We'll win those Māori seats for Labour and keep winning them. You govern for the workers. You need to govern for the Māori as well. Smart move, I think. Like the union at the bargaining table. The Labour lot say they're socialists. We'll see. The communists are suspicious of them. But the communists are suspicious of everyone. That Boulder Stone fella's still going strong. No one knows what he believes anymore. Time goes fast, eh? I never get away from this place. Still sending money to Tūranga Waiwai. Te Pui has built the marae there. Big place now. She's built all these whare. The Pākehā try and get rid of her, but she owns the land, like the Pākehā own the land, and she's not budging. They try all sorts, but she's not budging. She switched to Pai Māori in the last war because they want the Māori to fight, but she's pacifist. Like some of these miners down here were pacifist. She says she's pacifist because of what Potato say when he ends the land wars. We not fight again. It didn't make her popular, but she was staunch. Like the pacifists down here were staunch. Some of them went to jail. They say they not fight other workers. I didn't get into Pai Māori, not really, being down here. I just forgot religion and joined the union. That was religion enough. I like the bush. I like wandering. And a bit of panning. We've been through a lot down here. And now I'm an old man, still here in my whare. Toko they call me. Hey Toko, talk some Māori for us. That's the kids. I've never had kids. She never sent me a wahine. But there's a good woman down the road. Her husband got killed. A rock fell on him in the mine. And we give each other a cuddle. No one else's business. Pākehā woman, but a bit brown. Celtic, she says. We were the natives of England before the blondes turned up. People probably know, but they don't care. Well, the Ku Klux Klan haven't turned up. Sometimes some of the blokes give me the wink. That Ratana's making sense. Join up with the Labour Party and have a hold on them, for they've got a better policy for the worker. Look at Bob Semple and his public works. They're going to bring in a health service for everyone and the dole if you're out of work, and build some houses and make the pension. When I retire, which is pretty soon, I'll go live with my sister. I'll call on Te Puia on the way north and see if I can get buried at Taupiri. She said she'll give me a big pōwhiri, seeing I sent so much money over the years. But perhaps if I go Ratana, I'll have to go to a special urupā. I like the Ratana pictures. They're different, but they make sense. Are things changing for the better? Hard to know, but I think maybe they are. They've put me on maintenance now. Too old for the face. Worn out. Ready for the pension and some decent kai moana. Boy, have I missed that. And if I'm up north with my sister, not too far to travel to Reinga. But maybe that's the old gods. If you're Ratana, what happens? Need to ask sister. Things are always more mixed up than they need to be. That's all I know. Still, I'll soon be out of it. Not long to go. Ka kite.
End of Hut 5. Thank you for listening.